God wants to transform your life, to make you into the kind of person that you were meant to be.
Again, this is not a catch-all solution for everybody. It may work for some people, but I don't think that you need God in order to be joyful or wise or sober or truthful, compassionate, peaceful. You don't need God necessarily for any of those things. All of the things that are listed here, you don't have to have God in order to have those things. If you need God for that, fine, but just understand that that's not the solution for everybody, and everybody shouldn't be made to feel like they need that in order to be these things: peaceful, generous, healed, joyful, tolerant. Tolerant? I just fucking read tolerant. You're trying to tell me that Christianity is tolerant? You need God to be tolerant? Have you read the fucking Bible, William Lane Craig? Because I think you may need to reread it. Because if there is anything that God is not, it's not fucking tolerant.
This involves following Jesus as your Lord. It is possible to know God as a personal reality in your life. Why let anything stand in the way?
Oh, like fucking evidence or some shit. Like, why let evidence stand in the way when you can believe in Jesus? Some people need evidence, like, in order to believe something is real or true. Like, we need those things. So I don't understand why he would say, why let anything stand in the way? Well, because you don't have the evidence to back up what you're saying. Like, you don't have the evidence to back up the historical veracity of the book. Why would I believe in something that can't be tested by history or has been tested by history and shown to be not true? Why would I believe those things? I just wouldn't.
Right now, He is ready and willing to give you the gift of forgiveness and new life in Jesus Christ.
If He's so willing to forgive me just because I believe in Jesus, then I would think that He'd be willing to forgive me. If He's truly all loving and all that other kind of shit, if He truly is those things, then He should forgive me even though I don't believe in Jesus. You would think that would be like fucking simple, but it apparently needs to be spelled out for some people like William Lane Craig. This whole gift of forgiveness, or how easy it is for Him to forgive as long as you praise Jesus. If He was truly compassionate, truly loving with unconditional love, then He wouldn't have the condition that you have to love Him back. That in itself is a fucking condition. The fact that you have to love God back in order to get love from God means that God has conditions on His love. And I would say that not providing somebody with forgiveness is an unloving act. So if you have to believe in Jesus in order to get that forgiveness, then God is not all loving.
Are you willing to receive it? If so, pray with me now.
Fuck no. I'm not all that convinced by William Lane Craig here. This video was particularly confusing. Just because he makes a lot of statements that then turn out to be contradictory. There are a lot of questions that are posed that I feel like need to be posed, like the example of Jesus being sinless. If He's born of a woman, then He's definitely not sinless. Oh, but then there's the Immaculate Conception, which, I believe it's Catholic dogma that believes in the Immaculate Conception. So that's how they explain it. How do Protestants explain Jesus being sinless? Is it through His baptism? Why does the baptism even exist if Jesus is sinless? Like, there's just so many questions that you could go through in this entire video, which I felt like I did. But all in all, what I got out of William Lane Craig's video here is that you need to believe in Jesus and God in order to get this unconditional love, which makes it conditional love because you have to love them back or love them first in order to get it. So God regularly hates other groups of people. Specifically in the Old Testament, He definitely hates other groups of people. He's a little bit more lenient in the New Testament, but that's just because He expects everybody to bow down and suck His dick later. But God in the Old Testament definitely hates people that that aren't His chosen people. So that doesn't make sense. There was just a lot of things in this video that didn't make sense to me. And it just boils down to whether or not you believe in Jesus. If you do believe in Jesus, then you're fine. If you don't, then you're going to hell. And despite William Lane Craig's call for moral standards and goodness and all this other stuff and justice, it seems to me like whatever acts we commit, like during our time on earth, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is whether or not we believe in Jesus. And that's what I got out of his video. And if that's not the message that he was wanting to send, then I think that he needs to change up his speech. And I totally agree that I could be wrong about these things, but I don't think that I am.